our next guest. He is the unofficial mascot and anthem singer for the Toronto Maple Leafs and a young budding singer-songwriter. And along with him is a 5-time Juno Award winner. We've got Mason Greer and Michael Hanson.
Good to see you. Nice to see you.
Welcome to Nighttime, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to chat with you guys about what's going on. So, Mason, you just started to work with Michael here. I'm curious, how did you guys get that connection going?
I think you should answer that one.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
it was a friend of mine. She was working in a car dealership. She was a huge Leafs fan, and she never misses a game. And I guess at the time Mason was singing anthems for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nice. So when she saw him, she called me up and said, "You got to see this kid. Maybe you should produce him." And I said, "Well, I've never heard him sing before. If you want to call him, you can," sort of thing. And how knowing how good he was, I would have definitely jumped all over on the spot.
Right.
But I just said, call him up. And so ultimately he did get the call, I guess, from Tammy, and we ended up in the studio together. One thing led to another. We ended up working together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How's the experience for you, Mason?
So surreal.
Yeah.
Like, it's an experience I never thought that I would go through my life.
Wow.
It was like all a dream every night going to bed.
Right.
Especially with this guy right here, being the original drummer of Glass Tiger.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
This dude right here. My mom, it was insane.
I pay him well.
Pay me well. What are you talking about?
Well, you say this is the best experience of your life, and you're quite young. 14. Yeah?
Say so, yeah.
Well, how long have you been singing for? I'm just curious.
I started singing, like, my mother tells me I started singing before I even learned how to speak,
Right.
you know?
Okay.
Because I love singing, and then when it got serious around 8, when I started taking singing lessons,
Nice.
then it came to auditioning for musicals, and I even got to a point where I was in an opera.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was an incredible experience. And then the Maple Leafs audition open call in 2014 for a new anthem singer came out, and me being a Leaf fan, I was on top of that.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's where it really all started.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first time to step on to sing the anthem, that feeling? Is it always different every time you sing the anthem?
Besides nervous, I'm trying to find, because there's like 20,000 people right in front of you cheering you on, singing the anthem. I would say it feels so amazing. It's just amazing because people are cheering you on, and I've never had that many people cheer like me on my life.
I don't think a lot of people have had that many people cheer for them in their life, other than we've got Michael here for Glass Tiger. Aside from yourself, but like I'm just saying, that's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys actually brought a video for us. Can you give us the preface of this single that you guys are pushing?
Pushing?
Well, Vows, the song's called Vows. Some people think it sounds a little bit like One Direction. It was written just really as a love story, but that became a little bit problematic because it's just, it really didn't have another angle.
Right.
So when we did the video, I spoke to the director, and we decided to do a little bit of a twist on the video, which you'll see when you play it.
Cool.
But it's been up since November. It's done very well. CBC picked it up. He's been across Canada on radio, which is a wonderful thing for a kid this young, to have an opportunity to be heard on radio and to do the things he's doing right now. And I see big things for him for this year, so we're hoping for the best on the next single. This one's winding down now over the next month or so, and then we'll have the new one out. But this is called Vows. It was his debut, so we're very proud of it.
Amazing. Cool. We're very excited. Let's check it out.
I'm a little tired of watching something die, or holding on to some kind of a lie. I wanna know that this love found a way to not waste another moment or lose a single day. The littlest things in my heart talk that way. I'll hold your hand at midnight and walk you to your door. I won't make an empty promise that leaves you wanting more.
awesome song and video.
Thank you so much.
That's great.
I think it's safe to say the twists come at the end, clearly.
We'll just have to get onto the website online and watch it. Yeah. So it's a little teaser for the viewers. What I really like about it is you're an inspiration to the youth to get out there and go after your dreams and stuff. So and to people that are not as youthful like myself, like I'm inspired by you to just keep going. That's awesome.
Thank you.
In the control room, there people are squealing in there, just going like, "This is amazing! This is so cute!" So yeah, that's great.
That's nice.
I'm curious about how that song came about. Was it something that you guys kind of like an idea, or I'm curious about your songwriting process.
Well, it came across as his idea, and then he sent me some bits of it, and then we started writing stuff down, and then we eventually just finished the song, and we were really proud of it. And
awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens in the studio too with us when we're writing. So generally, I'll lay out the skeleton track and then start to bring some lyrics to the table. But the thing is once I always encourage with young songwriters, young band members, performers, that they do their own songwriting as much as possible.
Yeah.
So for me, I would throw some ideas out and then just leave it as a little bit of a blank palette for him to do what he needed to do and fill in those blanks.
Right.
So a lot happened on the microphone in the studio, right? We got some new lyrics and some new melodies came from Mason, which were really nice. And so I always consider those to be a co-write. So we're going to continue to build on that. The next single, a little more mature theme, we're going to another level, and you'll be involved in that as well.
Awesome, cool. And Michael, you actually you have a songwriting challenge that.
Oh, well, one of the things that inspired me about Mason was seeing what happened with him, seeing that metamorphosis and him growing now in the studio. We've been running a thing called the Michael Hanson Songwriting Challenge for a couple of years now, where I go to schools, private schools we started with, and I teach kids in a matter of 45 minutes generally how to write a hit chorus or a hit song, teach them the tricks of the trade, all that sort of stuff. And at the end of it, I issue a challenge to write a hit song or do the best they can to write a jingle or a soundtrack piece. And at one point or another, there's a winner chosen, and they get a free, fully produced song for radio in the studio with me.
Amazing.
Now, normally we go through the schools for that sort of thing, which you can do, but you can also apply directly to the website if you're a performer or a songwriter or a jingle writer, or particularly a great singer. Is always good to be a great singer.
Right.
You can just get in touch with us through the email, which is going to be at the bottom of the screen.
Cool.
Right here.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we ran out of time, but thank you guys so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
Great.
I was glad to be on here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look for the little
Thank you.
things you do. It's coming out in March.
Awesome. Cool. Guys, make sure you guys check them out online.